Yo guys, back working on the 34 sedan right here. Today we're fixing a little bit of a crash that happened at one of the drag meets. Some guy reversed into me, which is unlucky but lucky at the same time. Lucky because Aidan already has the fender, but unlucky because we have to fix it now. But yeah, we're just taking off the bumper, gonna take off this fender here and replace it with a fresh one. I think we're gonna do it on both sides just because the previous owner had rolled the guards and it's kind of hoary, so just want to refreshen it up. So we've got the bumper off now. Right here, wasn't too bad, just a couple clips along here and clips under here. So the next stage is we've got to undo the fenders. So we're going to go bolt here, bolt up here, and then you're going to take these caps off, and there's a bolt behind up here behind the door and two under here. So we're going to get that done now. As I'm on to the second to last bolt, which is the one here just behind the front door. We ran into a problem because obviously my car's pretty old, 1998, and there are lots of dumb people around who don't know how to jack up cars. So pretty much, as you can see, the sill over here is all good, but because people have been jacking it up here, it's bent this. Luckily that one was okay to get out, but this one, it's slightly bent, so it's harder to get the socket in there, and also it's rounding the bolt the more we undo it, so we're gonna have to cut it off. But if I show you the other side, you'll know what I mean by it's if you jack your car up the wrong way and you jack it up on the sills, you can really like fuck yourself over. For example, on this side, as you can see, that whole thing there is just bent all the way up, meaning I can't get to that bolt there, right there, to undo this side of the fender, and also this bolt right here, you can't really get to it either because it's bent. Overall, it's just really annoying, but you know, you get this stuff on old cars. You just have to work your way around it, but that is something you guys might come across if you're doing this on your car. So just be aware of that, and don't stuff it up even more because it's just gonna cost you more money. Alright guys, so after a big fat mish, we finally got the fender off. And all this dirt came out of the bottom, so yuck. But yeah, as you can see, it's a bit bent and a bit stuffed. But here we go, fenders off. New fender, divvy.
What is this?
What is that? So in the process of getting reversed into, my bracket broke, which is unlucky because they were fresh as, but it's all good, it'll still work. Alright, yo, fender's back on, no more dent, a few little scratches though. So all we had to do is take this off the old one, replug it in, did up all these bolts all along here, and now you just gotta plug the indicators back in on the bumper and then chuck the bumper back on. And the only thing that's a little bit broken still is this headlight, but it still sits all good. Sweet. And we have teleported back to my house. We're no longer at Aidan's anymore. We've fixed that front fender and I'll just show you guys in a second. But in this half of the video, I'm just going to be taking apart my wing mirrors, and I'm going to be respraying them black, and I'm also going to be replacing the shell of the driver's side mirror, because the one on my car at the moment, it has little cracks in it, and I just want to clean it up, make it look nice. But as you can see here, the fender's fixed, no more dent, looking good. This fender's not as nice as my last one because it has all these little scratches and stuff in it, but hey, scratches are probably a lot better than ugly looking dent there, so that's all good. But yeah, so today I'm just gonna get underway with taking apart the wing mirrors, taking the motor and the mirror out from inside of it, giving a little sand, and I'll respray those black, so I'll have black wing mirrors now, and I think it will look quite clean. Alright guys, so the first stage is I have to take off this door card here, remove this piece right here, and that'll reveal some screws, and then I can screw that off and I can start disassembling the wing mirror itself. So let's get into it. Successfully taken off the wing mirror now. Now I just have to disassemble it and do the same to the other side, and then we'll get on to sanding and painting. So I'll just cut to that now. Yo, fast forward a bit guys, just got the other side off. So now we got both sides off successfully, and as you can see, the reason why I'm changing the shell on the driver's side is because if you can see there's lots of cracks, and the previous owners sort of just re-glued it back together, which I'm not really too keen on. So that's why I'm going to be using this blue one here from Aidan's car, and I'm just going to use the shell and put the shell on this one, and we should be safe. Boom! So I've got the shell for the blue side now. So I got the motor out of the blue shell. It wasn't too hard, just had to undo a couple screws, and I got that ready now, so I'll put that to the side and do the same to the silver ones right there. Alright guys, so I've taken most of this one apart, but I've run into a problem because this wire here, it's kind of hard to see, but this wire goes all the way through to the other side and goes into the motor, and it's actually stopping me from getting these two bits apart from each other. But I don't really want to cut the wire because I still want to be able to use the electric mirrors, so I'm going to try to figure it out without cutting it, but if it comes down to it, I think I'm just going to have to cut it and re-solder the wires back on. Here we go, the moment of truth. No going back after this. And we're apart. Boom. It's cut. There's no going back. I can't go back. This one is getting swapped out for this. Let's go. Yeah, I've finally got the passenger side separated and ready to paint now. So I'm just going to give it a clean. It's a little bit dirty in there. Give that a clean. I'll just sand it to give it a little bit of a rough surface so the spray paint can stick. And then we'll get on to spray painting. So I'm using 600 grit sandpaper. So it's pretty fine. I don't want to scratch up the surface too much because otherwise it's going to show through my paint. So just give it a light sand, just like this. Light sand, roughen up. Because if you guys don't know, I assume you guys know, but if you don't know, paint doesn't really stick well to shiny edges like these. So that's why I'm roughing it up. It will stick better and it will just, the quality of the paint will just be much better. So once you've sanded most of it, you want to wipe it with a cloth to get rid of that dust, and then see any parts you've missed, like I have right there. So I'm going to sand that up more. Give it a wipe, and boom. So that's all you need, guys. Just like, it's still going to feel smooth, but at least the paint's scuffed up a bit, just so when I paint it, it's gonna stick. So I've sanded all the pieces now. They're all rough. I've cleaned them off so there's no dust on there, and now I'm just ready to put on my first coat of black paint. First coat, always do like the lightest coat. Like, you should still be able to see the color underneath, and that just creates like a good base for the paint to stick to, as well as sanding it. So yeah, let's get on to it. So if you look, guys, it's kind of hard to see because it is getting a bit dark, but you can still see a little bit of the silver there, as well as there as well. And that's pretty much all you want, just like a very light first coat, and you should be safe. Alright, so the first coat's dry now. I'm just going to chuck on a second coat, and then I'll probably end up doing 3 coats, but 3 coats and a clear coat. But I'm just going to do that off cam, because you guys get the point of how to spray paint, and I'll just resume back tomorrow when I've got some daylight. Alright, yo guys, it's the next day. I finished up painting up the mirrors. They're all nice and black now and it looks pretty cool. I'll show you in the next clip, but thanks for watching, guys. We fixed my fender and repainted the mirrors. Can't wait for the next video because we're going to be doing turbo conversion next, so get excited for that. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below if you guys want to see something that we haven't done. Let us know and we might do it.